This Notebook LM and Canva workflow I'm going to show you in this video is absolutely insane because it allows you to take this awesome content that you've created inside Notebook LM that is 100% on brand, that you love, that will take you hours to generate. And not only can you remove the Notebook LM logo, which is what a lot of people want to know how to do, but you can actually edit the content and make it better in so many different ways. And so for this video, what we're going to do is open up this notebook over here, and then I'm going to open a slide deck that I have right here, and we're just going to download it. I don't even have to open it, but I'm going to download it. Now that it's downloaded, the next thing you want to do is go over to Canva. And once we're inside of Canva, I want you to click on Create in the top left corner and then click on Upload. You're going to click on Upload Files and choose that file. Canva's going to upload the PDF because that's what Notebook LM gives you, a PDF with all the images in one document. But what Canva is going to do is place each of those images on its own separate page. But one of the biggest problems we still have is this Notebook LM logo at the bottom that you want to get rid of. Two simple ways to do it. The first way is to simply click on the image and then grab the bottom line, pull it straight down. Now you can pull to the right, but I find that that creates more distortion with the proportion of the images on the slide. And so if you want to keep everything in place, then you want to use this second method. Click on Edit, and then click on Magic Eraser, and then you want to use the brush to simply highlight it and click Erase. Now it's going to erase it. You'll never know that it ever said Notebook LM. Now that does require a little bit of time. You have to do it for each individual slide, but it gives you the best visual look for your slides. Now, number two, let's say that you're looking at the slide and you're like, man, I really want to change what it actually says. Well, guess what? You can do that. Click on Edit. And this time, instead of using Magic Erase, we're going to use another AI tool. We're going to use the Grab Text tool right here. And so you can either grab all of the text, which is going to probably end up grabbing these numbers and these numbers over here, or you could just use the click. And so we're going to click this top box because we just want to change the header. Now, what it's going to do is take the image of text and convert it into text that I can edit. So if I want to change this from 6 months to 12 months, I can absolutely do it. The second thing I need to be concerned about is the actual font. So you see how the font is kind of bold there. So I can come here, I can highlight that. I can change this font to something like Montserrat extra bold so that it looks closer to what we have on the other slides. The next thing I want to show you is these objects. I can move these around inside of Canva. If I click on Edit again, this time we're going to use the Magic Grab, and this grabs objects. So now I can either click on an object or I can use the brush, and I particularly like to click. So if I click on one of them, I can just click grab, or I can press shift and I can click on a second one and it'll grab both of them. And so Canva has essentially converted this into a single image, right? So now I can move this around together. I can drag the proportion down of them together, etc. But let's just say I only wanted to move one of them. So I can keep clicking undo, and now they're back. I go back over here to Edit, Magic Grab, and then I'm just going to click the one that I want to grab it. And this time it's just going to allow me to move this object around while the other one remains static. So it gives me a lot of leeway with what I can do with the image editing inside of Canva. But that's not all I can do. Let's say that I get to this slide right here, and this is about a mindset shift, and I want a different vibe and feel from the rest of the presentation. If you look at the top, there are two colors, and let's just say I want to take this darker color and I want it to be something a little bit more provocative. Then I can click on this bright red, and it's actually going, excuse me, I didn't have it selected. So now I have it selected, and I click on the color, and now I can click on this bright red, and you see how it instantly changes the tone of everything that had that particular color, but it does not do it in a destructive way. It does it in a way to where it actually blends and meshes with the other gradients. Canva has totally stepped their game up. I can change it to yellow, blue, dark blue, purple, and if I want to reset it, I can always undo until we get back to the original color. And let's just say I want to take this image right here and I want to turn this into a video. I can come to the image to video, click on that, And I can either use smart or custom. We're just going to use the smart to generate a 3-second video based on this particular slide. And so you see that it generated a 3-second video where it basically folded out the text and gave us some lines going across it. So this is good if you want to generate like some B-roll possibly. And once again, if I don't like it, all I have to do is click undo and we're back at our regular image. And then let's say that the image looks a little bit blurry to me, which it does. And I think that that's part of the glass morphism, but I can click on this image upscaler and it says that my image is already high resolution, but I'm still going to upscale it with a lower resolution. And I'm going to see if the text can come across a little bit clearer. Oh, my brightness is down on my MacBook. That's probably why it looked blurry, but I still want to see how Canva handles the glass morphism that is in the design, because I'm not sure if NotebookLM has the text on top or beneath it. And here's a before and after. No, the after definitely looks better. So I would definitely go through each of these and I would upgrade them. It just looks better. I'm going to try that one more time and I'm going to see particularly how it does with this design over here. Close this, click edit. Image upscaler 4 times, upscale, and I'm paying very close attention because I really like this image. I just want to see how clear it makes it because it feels like it's so blurry. And again, that's part of the design element of the glass morphism that NotebookLM used based on my prompt. I'm just going to hit replace because you can see the difference there, but I really just want to see it here. And this absolutely looks better to me. So I don't know if you knew this, but hopefully by now you understand that all of the content that you create inside of NotebookLM, you can bring it to Canva and you can manipulate and change that content so many different ways to expand and build upon what you've already built inside of NotebookLM. If you got value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, take care, have a good day, and make sure you check out this next video where I show you how I turn NotebookLM into my own creative agency. And I give you 8 use cases that most people don't even know exist, as well as an opportunity to download the prompts and everything else that I use in that video.